So what I was after was a tool that was going to give me the flexibility to deal with such a large cohort with so many different interests and skill sets and approaches that they bring to their work, to support the assessment and the learning objectives that I set within the HCI. I believe in having assessment which is real world. So the task that I set for my students is to create a design brief. Human-computer interaction is all around analysing a situation, working out how technology can play into that situation, but most importantly, designing the solution. The expression of interest that I put in for PebblePad was whether or not we could use PebblePad to actually deploy the design brief. Because this is a real world artifact that they're actually developing for a real client, it's the perfect piece for them to put inside an e-portfolio to then showcase their skills further down the track, but also to reflect on the process that they used when they were developing it and show what they've learned and show how they've grown. Folding all of those elements in, PebblePad seemed like a tool that had potential for facilitating that process. And the way PebblePad helps that is because they can incorporate what they've learned. They can develop this design brief, which is responding to a real world scenario. They have those examples that they can put into their e-portfolio, which isn't just showing that they understand the theory, but they can apply it as well. The students themselves commented throughout the course in every single evaluation that we did that they loved the fact that the assessment was for SeaWorld, that it was real, that this was the fact that they were doing something for an industry client. The first years particularly thought that this was just amazing. It made them excited about what they were doing. We used PebblePad in the workshops to facilitate small groups working together to answer these questions and document all those answers in a place that the whole team would then be able to access. They were then able to take that away, access the material, and develop their individual design brief, again, using PebblePad. PebblePad definitely brought some strengths to the process. It did allow us to facilitate that group work. It allowed us to form the small teams. It allowed them to share their work. On the flip side, the students expressed some desire to have greater sharing capacity. They liked that the fact that PebblePad allowed them to do this, but they wanted to do more. They wanted it to be more flexible. The feedback from the students was very positive around PebblePad. They liked being able to use it. They liked the fact that it set up really clear templates. They knew exactly what it was that they needed to do. There wasn't the ambiguity of some written assignment saying, I want you to write an essay about XYZ. It was a series of templates asking discrete questions with a box for them to enter information into. And they knew that all they had to do was work their way through that process, answer the questions, develop their work, upload it into the template. That side of things made life really, really easy for them. And then it was very easy for them to cherry pick what aspects of the template that we'd use for the design brief that they wanted to then import into their e-portfolios. Setting expectations for PebblePad, I think, is absolutely critical, particularly until the students get used to using the tool. It is still a new tool for them as well. One of the things that is going to make life easier for us next year in terms of rolling this tool out again is that we will have examples that we can actually show the students, because really nothing gives them a clearer idea of what it is they're supposed to do than seeing something someone else has done. So we now have example work and samples that we can show the students that then the hints will probably make a little bit more sense as well.